hate you, you pathetic little plants.
The Mythbusters build team has something to say.
I don't like you. I think you look fat in that green, horrible shell.
Is this the end of a beautiful friendship or the start of something else?
I love you, love you, love you, love you, sweet, adorable pea.
Okay, so what are we working on now?
Our next myth is talking to plants. Now, there's a lot of people out there that think your plants will grow better if you talk to them.
What if you hate plants and you're really mean to them?
We can try that too.
You know what I'd like to try is music. They say classical music makes your plants grow better, but we should mix it up. I'll get some heavy metal and classical and see which one works better.
Sounds good to me.
Sweet-talking plants. Normally the domain of eccentric old ladies with lots of cats. But anything for science.
So we're doing a little experiment. We're getting some plants and seeing if they respond well if we talk nice or we talk mean to them. Have you ever heard of anything like this working?
I think it's an old wives' tale personally.
So you don't talk to your plants then?
I don't talk to my plants, no. So do you want to actually start from seed or little seedlings?
We'd like to start from scratch.
Okay.
He might not believe the myth, but he's happy to sell them bush peas and plenty of other stuff besides.
Do you have 70 of one kind of pot?
I think talking to plants works. I mean, I communicate with my plants in some way, I think, by thinking to them, and I have the best garden on the block.
I think the idea of talking to your plants is some foolish, hippie, crystal gripping nonsense, and it absolutely has no effect on your plants.
Armed with pots, fertilizer, and peas to feed an army, the build team moves to phase 2. They're going to build 7 self-contained greenhouses. A control will have silence. One will have 24-hour heavy metal music. Another classical. 2 will be fed sweet talk, and the last 2 will get abuse. They'll set up on Jamie's roof, which it turns out would be equally suited as a location for wind tunnel testing.
It seems like we've made big giant box kites. These things are pretty flimsy and it's very windy up here. So we're going to have to figure out a way to keep these from basically blowing away. Let go. See what happens.
Yeah, good one, Tori.
See what I'm talking about?
Adam could use it as a giant parachute.
You could have someone's eye out with that thing.
Sorry.
What they need is more weight and strength. Tori's solution? Plexiglass sides.
Think these are going to hold up?
Once they're all together, I think they will, but that's going to be the challenge.
Soon enough, a little greenhouse village has grown up, and no amount of huffing and puffing from Jamie will blow it down.
Putting all these greenhouses up here on the roof, I think I'm going to get checked out by the police for growing pot or something up here, It's like, what are you doing? It looks kind of suspicious.
There'll be 10 pots per house, 1 pea per pot.
Pathetic little nasty thing. You make me sick. I hope you shrivel and die.
To prevent immediate shriveled death, they've rigged a battery-powered automatic watering system, overhead misters, and drips in the pots.
Every day at the same time, each pot gets the exact amount of water.
As far as possible, conditions will be identical for all the plants, except, of course, the soundtrack.
You're speaking a normal, clear voice.
Okay, this next one goes out to my friend Greasy. I hope your roots rot in hell. The only thing you're good for is giving people gas. You suck, freshman! How's that? Beautiful, round, green peas.
You nasty little awful green pea that's ruined every burrito I've ever had.
Each monologue will be played constantly throughout the experiment. If the build team stayed all that time, the carbon dioxide from their breath might affect the outcome.
Dumbass peas.
But Tori needs something with a little more polish.
Do you have hardcore to the bone death metal?
Do we ever?
Yeah, this is good. I think it's gonna work.
Cool.
Now the classical section.
Not a big selection.
Everything's ready. The greenhouses are built, the peas are in their pots and watered, the CDs are playing.
God, my timing is off. It's been a while since I've conducted.
This myth now lies in nature's gentle hands.
The only reason I planted you guys was so I'd have someone to abuse on Mondays.
Things are just peachy keen in greenhouse world.
You suck! Horrible, ugly, little, gross, disgusting peas! I hate you!
It's been a week since the peas were planted, and it's time for a head count.
I have 5 sprouts in my nasty. Oh wait, 6. There's one there too. Okay, I'm gonna go check the nice and see how many I have over there. 5. Nice has the same amount as nasty.
Peas are just busting out all over.
Wow, 6 sprouts in the nice greenhouse. We started them a week ago. That's pretty good. See how the nasty one's doing.
I'm gonna cover you in aphids.
Not a whole lot going on in the house of nasty. Only 3 sprouts.
Nasty.
Maybe we're onto something here.
7 sprouts have risen to the sweet sounds of classical music. And over in the House of Rock.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. It's neck and neck between classical and metal. However, the metal seems to be popping up a little bit more.
While the plants seem to be coping, the build team is shaping as a fine study in the effects of extreme audio.
We've been up here for hours, and I just want to stab my eye out with a rusty spoon.
Life is good. Sitting here, playing with my plants, listening to classical music. I mean, I am a blessed man.
I think that you're very unpopular as far as vegetable goes.
Answering this myth will take 60 days. It's sounding like a prison sentence.
Love you. You suck, suck, suck. Come on, little peas. Push it up. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.
Our plant diary says it's been 27 days.
Ooh, here we are, dead of summer.
And we're like halfway there.
At Greenhouse Central, only the control house has had silence. For the rest, 4 weeks of constant rotation CDs and cajoling to test if plants grow better if they're talked to.
Need to grow real big. We got the state fair coming up in about a month. You guys look like champs. All right.
Yeah! Come on, baby! Yeah! Go! Come on! Yeah! Go! 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 Oh, yeah!
That's going to be good for them. That will, really inspire these guys to grow a little bit better.
Oh my gosh! You guys are doing
Strangely enough, halfway through the experiment, trends are emerging.
My sweet words must have an enormous effect on my plants because these plants are growing much better than my nasty plants. This guy here is huge. He's got little arms reaching out, grabbing on. So far, talking nice is actually working, and I hate to say it, Scotty might be proving me wrong.
Talking nicely to plants, making them grow better. Is Carrie losing her mind?
Oh, lovely morning to all you peas.
Look at all the nice little peas growing in there. Oh, I love you, peas.
I'm worried about all of us.
They know how I feel.
I think we need some psychological evaluation.
I'm gonna rip you out of your pots and turn you into pulp on the ground. Got it?
Clearly, they need some time off this rooftop. They'll leave the watering system to babysit their plants.
They're doing pretty well.
Plants are doing very well today, Tori.
Hi, Tori. What plants do you think are doing better?
How you guys?
Well, I think the heavy metal plants are better because there's so much anger in this world. It really helps to listen to that kind of stuff and you can get it all out.
It's okay.
Oh, I can see what you mean. That classical music really kind of makes the hairs on my neck stand up.
Let's get out of the sun.
Have you seen what happened to these?
What happened?
What does that mean?
They look like albinos. Why are they all yellow?
Well, let's check the other ones. Maybe it's just the sweetness is wilting them.
They know that you hate them. See?
These ones are awful.
They're yellow and they're dying.
After nearly 2 months, the Talking to Plants experiment has a major problem.
I'm going to go check the watering system and see if maybe the timers are off or what's going on.
It looks pretty dry, doesn't it?
The build team hasn't been up here for a week. A long, hot week. Now, faced with withered, dying plants, they wish they had.
One of these timers isn't working.
Really? So it's not getting any water?
Okay, I'm going to check the moisture. And this one looks pretty moist on the top. But it's dry down there. Well, I guess they don't grow on kind words alone.
The problem is the timer that was letting the plants get water, the one that was actually feeding into the pots, the battery died.
I just think the talking plants are committing suicide because they're listening to I love you, love you, love you all freaking day.
The only upside, every greenhouse was affected in exactly the same way. So although the plants aren't a picture of health, the experiment is still valid. And now the build team will reap what it's sown.
I think to come up with our conclusion, what we need to do is pull the plants out of the pots, completely wash the soil off of the roots, and weigh the plant mass in each greenhouse. And that should give us a pretty good result.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Carrie. What's going on up here?
You're looking like a groundhog.
I'm here too.
Hi.
Hi.
Groundhog too.
As is traditional at harvest time, all the neighbors gather round to lend a hand.
Here's the first nice house.
Little cute peas. Sweet, wonderful, tiny.
I really wanted to hear Jamie do this one. I really wanted to hear, "You are the most beautiful plant I've ever seen. I love you."
So you're nice here and then you're nasty here.
You were in college, you'd be a freshman.
You called the plant a freshman?
I was running out of material.
Now for the hard data. Does talking to plants help them grow?
So this is the classical music.
Classical music.
Turns out, not as well as playing them music.
Wow! Dude!
Right?
Those look like very healthy plants.
They're plop.
All I hear is this.
Number 7.
The metal house was the best performer of all.
How many pea buds?
But in both music houses, the plants were healthier, taller, and had the biggest peas.
6'5".
My God, metal is huge. These plants are enormous compared to everything else.
I think heavy metal rules.
I think heavy metal
Totally rules.
16 inches.
Talking nice or nasty made no difference.
17. 2 pods.
2 shriveled pea pods, number 8.
Carrie's nice house did better than her nasty one. But the opposite was true for Scotty.
30 grams.
30 grams on number 8.
And the silent control house was the worst performer of all.
Say 9 grams.
9 grams, number 6.
So I went through all the data of what your plants did, and by and large, actually, hands down, talking and music did better than the control. There was larger biomass, larger yield, bigger pea pods.
So what do we think? Is it busted, plausible, or confirmed?
Well, this team did really good on this job, but the sample's not quite big enough to say confirmed. However, I'm really impressed. It is totally plausible.
Wow.
Interestingly, although talking helps, it doesn't matter what you actually say to your plants. That's what our data says. It says you could curse at it, you could be kind to it. The plant doesn't know the difference. But music for a bumper crop, let there be rock. Tori and I are going to try a pair of the death metal peas here.
Yeah, mine was too.
They taste quite good.
Oh, God. The ones that music was played to just taste fantastically.